They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Cajun Country in Lafayette, Louisiana, home to the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the James Madison Dukes, taking on the winners of 8 straight, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Dukes will kick it away to start. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Louisiana's offense will take the field first. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
To the air, it's Beckham. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Kick is in the air. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. So James Madison's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Dukes come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down. Got his man quickly. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Dukes want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw again. Rushes on him. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Throws to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. And the Dukes will punt it away on 4th down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He's got it. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Finds his tight end. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Leaves it with the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Beckham. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Ware. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Used the play fake. Now to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Little. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Watkins. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. That defensive end came off the ball with one goal in mind, and he was headed for the quarterback.
And when you get off that fast and you're already on an edge as a 4-3 defensive end, a lot of times all you got to do is win with your hands and you can get to the quarterback. Nice job rushing the passer. Nice technique. Nice job working around the corner. And nice job getting that quarterback and getting the sack.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
The Dukes want to pick up the tempo. Back to pass, it's Gay. Lofts one high and deep. Brings it down on the right side. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. Had time. Spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Pulls it and fires to the left. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Army managed to avoid a bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around West Point had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. To the air, it's Beckham. Fires toward the target. Catch in the middle, it's Watkins. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside is 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Pulls and fires complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And the Dukes headed quickly to the line.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets...
Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Off the play fake. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Gay. They've got the screen set up. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Dukes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. They'll get this drive going from the 17. From the gun, running back gets to give. On the move at the 30. All kinds of room to the right. Inside the 30. The 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cajuns.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Coming out with it, it's Shelton. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. They'll line up for a second down play. Trying play action. Throws to the tight end. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. That's going to do it for the quarter, guys. Louisiana has the lead here. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Scanning the field, it's Gay. And here's a fumble way behind. That'll be a safety. The ball was loose in the end zone. It goes out of the back, and they're probably lucky it wasn't recovered for a touchdown.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
They'll get set for the free kick after the safety. Finding an escape route. Sweet cut there. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Breaks into the open. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. The Raging Cajuns will hustle to the line.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Raging Cajuns send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. To the air on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Finds a spot in the middle. Finds a seam. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Dukes!
And so many times the safeties tell the tape, and that's what QBs are studying and reading, and he drops back, and you could tell he sees his receiver coming from the right side, and he knows exactly where he's going to end up with that post, pushes the ball down the field for the big play, got the safety out of position, made the big touchdown throw.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Back to throw, it's Beckham. Got the back over the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. The Raging Cajuns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Reads it, fires complete. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. And the Raging Cajuns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Catch in the middle, it's Ware. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. They'll run it from the gun. Can't get him to the ground. All right, guys, let's talk Raging Cajuns. Can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely, and there's nothing tricky about that, right? Like, recruiting high school players is essential. Transfer portal is good to supplement, but getting a guy like this that can run at the linebacker spot, it can upgrade your roster immediately.
The Raging Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. Grabbed behind the line. It's Watkins. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The kick is on its way. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he's stopping behind the line of scrimmage, tried to break out the spin move and still couldn't get loose. Dropping back, it's Gay. He finds a soft spot in the middle and tackled there by the defense. And the Dukes in the hurry-up. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he's going to go backwards, and they force a fourth down. What a play by this defensive front. They boot it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds his man. It's Watkins. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Try to get it to the edge. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. He'll go to the sneak. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. He'll keep it himself. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. The give to the tailback. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Snap to the back. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Absolutely center cut. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Back to pass, it's Gay. Fires to the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down, and it'll be 4th. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Looking downfield very late in the half. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Made a defender miss. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And the Raging Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Watkins. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Dropping back, it's Beckham. Grabbed over the middle, it's Slater. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead's extended a little further. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Lafayette. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Our Lady of Lourdes Stadium.
The Raging Cajuns will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Got the first down. Looking for more. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. The Dukes are in the hurry-up.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Wants to throw. It's Gay. Lost one deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Dukes will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Spins away. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Raging Cajuns just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Give to the back. Runs through the tackle.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The Raging Cajuns have this offense rolling. Rides the back and leaves it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback on the keeper. Fights off a defender. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. And the Raging Cajuns come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Beckham. Working the middle. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. He'll try the left side. Jukes his way for more. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good. The lead is 19. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Virginia Tech is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Michael Vick should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 4 to SMU. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll do it himself. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Using the quick game. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Dukes come to the line in the hurry-up.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And the Dukes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. To the ground. He's got it again. Breaks the tackle.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
The Dukes will send out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And nobody able to handle that punt, and they'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Power football with the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll keep it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Beckham. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Raging Cajuns will bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Pulls and fires complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And, man, this offense just searching for some way to climb back and get back into this game. They're down by 1,000, and it's not looking good, and you can't even protect your quarterback on 3rd down, like everything going the other direction.
And the Dukes line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. On the run, still looking. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. And the Raging Cajuns can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the ground with the back. Turning it on! Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Washington. There he goes. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana in the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns! And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Handoff from the gun. Powers through the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. He's got it on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
PAT unit on the field. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to house it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Breaks into the open. Oh, my, circle, Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. They'll run play action. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They'll try to sneak it.
The offense just continues to matriculate the ball downfield, and they're finding a lot of different ways to generate these first downs. They do it right there on the quarterback sneak.
Looking downfield, it's Beckham. Under fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
The Raging Cajuns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll give it to the back. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Back open in the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Raging Cajuns will line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Dukes want to move quickly.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
We knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
And the Dukes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The give out of the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Snatches it on the right. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
The Dukes with the 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Gay. Right on the money. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Finds his target down the middle. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. They want to throw it. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dukes!
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker. Your running back takes the football. He does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
Lining up for the PAT. Smashes it through for the PAT. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Men, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Georgia is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Matthew Stafford and Stetson Bennett among the greats to play in Athens. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Florida. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should see.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The give as they work on that clock. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The give on the option. There he goes. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Raging Cajuns are marching down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll be smacked to the ground. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. The toss sweep to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that lead grows even bigger. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Fielded in the end zone, it's Durant. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking to throw, it's Gay. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man down the middle.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Looking to throw on third. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it in the middle, it's Shelton. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Makes the grab. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. He'll work his way down to the 28. And the Dukes moving quickly to the line. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Looking to throw, it's Gay. Fires to the middle. And it's picked off right at the goal line. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Goes to the knee, and that will wrap it up, and their magical season continues. 3 consecutive L's, a hat trick of losses, and as a result, you can take their hat out of the ring for most of their goals.
Yep, most of their goals are done. And listen, I don't know what they do really well. This is bad. 3 losses in a row. It's not good. They got to figure something out, but it's a long season still. There's still a lot of room to find some positive, Jesse, maybe throughout